What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. So I know I haven't been doing a lot of wrestling stuff on this channel, and I need to get back into that because I still need to start with the whole NXT versus AEW Wednesday Night War stuff, because a lot of stuff has been going on between the two shows, and I feel like that is going to be my main focus when it comes to wrestling now, AEW, NXT. And one of the reasons why I'm not going to talk about Raw and or SmackDown is because of the main reason of this topic in this video right now. It's not going to be a long video, but it is going to point out some things I see wrong with WWE and their main roster, and why I keep calling it the main roster and why I keep saying NXT is not part of the main roster. But before anything, guys, y'all know the drill. Like, comment, subscribe, and do all that good jazz. So last Thursday, it's been a full week since this incident has happened. So if you don't know, WWE likes to go to Saudi Arabia. They've been doing this for probably roughly 3 years now, probably 2 years. I don't know. I really don't care for the Saudi Arabia shows. But I do know a lot of people call it, Super Showdown, Super Letdown, the shit show, Blood Money, Part 4, whatever you want to call it. But the main thing is the shows aren't good, all right? WWE goes over there for a big payday. I don't think they give two rats' asses on how the show looks, how the card looks. They just put the show on because they know it's a big payday. And I have to agree with wrestling fans that are against WWE. This is very wrong. Very wrong. You're putting a lot of people's health and well-being at risk when you go to Saudi Arabia. I'm not going to talk about the religion. I'm not going to talk about their lifestyle. I'm not going to talk about none of that stuff because you can go look that up on your own terms. But what I'm talking about is how they book things when it comes down to, the Saudi Arabia shows and the Super Showdowns and all that stuff. Because technically, one of the Super Showdowns, the first ever Super Showdown, was not in Saudi Arabia. It was actually in Australia. But for some reason, they decided not to go back to Australia and decide, hey, we're just going to, keep doing the Super Showdowns in Saudi Arabia. But one other thing that came out of the Saudi Arabia show, Super Showdown, that happened a week ago is Goldberg defeating the Fiend. Yes, Goldberg defeated the Fiend. And how do I feel about it? Honestly, when this happened, I was asleep. I work nights, so I sleep throughout the morning into the early afternoon. I usually wake up around 3 or 4 in the afternoon, 5, if I'm really tired. One time I woke up at 6. But I woke up to see not just my Twitter, because that's where all the wrestling stuff happens, on my Twitter, but not just Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, hell, my Snapchat, hell, my PlayStation Network inbox was blown up with some wrestling stuff. And I'm like, geez, what the hell is going on? I get on my Twitter, and the first thing I see is Bill Goldberg. Bill fucking Goldberg. WWE Hall of Famer Bill Goldberg. The man who had a shit show of a match with The Undertaker this time last year, where he busted himself open, and him and Undertaker had just one of the worst wrestling matches I've seen in my life. Defeated one of their top superstars, a man that they've been building up since last year's WrestleMania. Night after WrestleMania, they've been building up this character since the night after WrestleMania. The Fiend, Bray Wyatt, a character who needed the resurgence, get beat by Goldberg in the matter of under 6 or 7 minutes. Let that sink in, y'all. Let that sink in. Bill Goldberg, part-timer, old age, had a shit show of a match with The Undertaker last year. Defeated young, fresh, up and coming, the Fiend, Bray Wyatt. Now, mind you, Bray Wyatt, in January, had a match against Daniel Bryan in a strap match. When I tell you, Daniel Bryan was not just the only one getting hit with the strap. Also, Bray Wyatt was also being hit with that strap. Bray Wyatt ended up defeating Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan put up a hell of a show. That he did. Month before that, it was The Miz versus Bray Wyatt, not the Fiend. Bray Wyatt, the one that you see on the Firefly Funhouse, the one that wears the whole, Mr. Rogers get up. That was pretty cool to see that. Month before that, he beat Seth Rollins for the Universal title at that Super Showdown. Now let that sink in. Okay? And I think it was a Falls Count Anywhere street fight. Hell of a match. Seth did everything he could to put him down, and he just couldn't put him down. Hell in a Cell. One of the worst Hell in a Cell matches I haven't seen. And Hell in a Cell matches are always supposed to be amazing. Seth done did everything. He done piled shit on top of Bray Wyatt. Hit him in the head with a sledgehammer. All that shit. They ended the match just because they thought that, the Fiend, his well-being, blah, 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 blah. And he still got up. He took 2 spears and a really, really lazy jackhammer. I mean, that wasn't even a jackhammer, y'all. That was a suplex. 1, 2, 3. Goldberg is your new Universal Champion. And the first thing that came to my mind when I seen this is, at first I said, nah, I ain't watching WWE for the next couple months. No, this is stupid. This is idiotic. Why the fuck is Goldberg champion? So does that mean that we're going to get Goldberg versus John Cena? Or are we getting Goldberg versus Roman Reigns? Or is Bray Wyatt getting a rematch at WrestleMania? Gonna find out next night. It's Goldberg versus Roman Reigns. No Elimination Chamber match. Roman Reigns just come down and be like, hey, I'm next. I guess that's how we announce things, huh? Okay, yeah. All right. John Cena later on in the night says he ain't gonna be at WrestleMania. He low-key kind of retired. Walks up the ramp. Fiend's at the end of the ramp. Points to the WrestleMania sign. Cena gives him the nod. Now they're having a match. And I'm like, I have no problem with how the Fiend and Bray Wyatt and the John Cena match is going to be set up. Because I already know how that's going to be set up. 6 years of redemption, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, nah, fuck that. Goldberg, no, he don't need the belt. Y'all have an Elimination Chamber match, Elimination Chamber pay-per-view coming up, and y'all are sitting there telling me that y'all not about to have an Elimination Chamber match for number one contender for the Universal title. Instead, y'all just going to be like, hey, Roman, get out there. Even Roman Reigns said it himself. He'd rather fight the Fiend and not Goldberg. No offense to Goldberg. No offense to the Undertaker. No offense to Brock. No offense to these part-timers. Because those are the only 3 part-timers I can think of right now. Even though the Fiend is kind of low-key a part-timer because he doesn't really show up. Hell, Bray Wyatt don't even wrestle. He only wrestles especially at pay-per-views. But no offense to Bill. No offense to Taker. No offense to Brock. These part-timers don't need the title. Me personally feel like no part-timer should hold the belt at all. That belt should be on TV every goddamn week. Every week. I'm not saying you got to defend it every week, but damn, at least let it be shown on TV. Let it be known that, hey, look, the title's going to be here every fucking week. Now, Brock Lesnar has been doing good, and he has been showing up every Monday Night Raw. And it's good to see that, his match with Ricochet was a shit show, but hey, at the same time, he showed up. But we're not talking about that. We're talking about Bill Goldberg holding the title. He don't need it. He is a fucking Hall of Famer. Does he really need the belt? No. Who idea was this? Now, one of the YouTubers that I watched, I sat there and said, if you put Roman Reigns versus The Fiend for the Universal title at WrestleMania, since WWE is so damn mainstream, people are going to see, okay, why is Roman Reigns fighting the whole clown? Because to some people, he looks like a clown. If you see The Fiend's mask, the first thing that's come to mind is, yeah, it looks like a clown. He looks like a clown. Looks like the Joker a little bit. But that's to diehard fans. Diehard fans would know that, okay, that's The Fiend, that's Roman Reigns versus, Bray Wyatt. But for people that don't watch it, because, they put this on ESPN, Sports Center, all them other places, people going to be all like, Roman Reigns versus Bill Goldberg. I'm pretty sure not a lot of people know who Bill Goldberg is either, because, it's been a minute, all right? I mean, you really got to sit there and be like, hey, remember Bill Goldberg? Some people just going to sit back and be all like, give them a minute. Shut up a photo. Yeah, I remember Bill Goldberg. Yeah, the spear, jackhammer, and end of a match. That's how that match is going to happen. This match needs to go on first out of all matches, honestly. Just like how last year Seth Rollins and Brock Lesnar's match went on first, this match needs to go on first too. Get Roman Reigns down there, take some spears, he hands some spears, Superman punch, jackhammer. That's all it's gonna be. It's pretty much signature moves galore. You get a spear, you get a spear, everybody gets a spear. Like, that's pretty much what this is gonna be for a good solid 10 minutes. Bill Goldberg can't go no longer than 10 minutes. Really. If you really want to be honest, he cannot go no longer than 10 minutes. But yet they're going to try to do something with him. The build up to this match, I'm not really looking forward to. I barely watch SmackDown anymore. Like, the last time I watched SmackDown was when I attended it live before the Royal Rumble. After that, I didn't watch it at all because it's just like, hey, I just wanted to attend SmackDown. And that was it. And I honestly do feel bad for Bray Wyatt. I know Bray Wyatt deep down inside, and I've seen some tweets, and I've heard some stuff, and I've read some stuff. Bray Wyatt's not happy. He's not happy at all. And I wouldn't be happy either. His build-up has been so great. I was a Bray Wyatt fan before he even came to repackage himself. But his comeback has been so great, so just A++, that he is must-see TV. I hate the Miz's gimmick when he said he is must-see TV. No, Miz, you're not must-see TV. You're fucking annoying to me, to be honest with you. I've never been a Miz fan, and the fact that he got a TV show kind of makes it even worse for me. But what I'm saying is, Bray Wyatt has done so much in this past span of a year to a point to where it's like, I feel like it's just a spit in his face. It's a spit in the face of Bray Wyatt. It's a spit in the face of younger talent like Ricochet, Cedric Alexander, Aleister Black, because they're getting buried because of an old man decides, oh, okay, I'm not really feeling them. And there's some news going around. Shayna Baszler is getting the same thing, about to get the same thing, because Vince McMahon's not high on her. I'm all like, what happened to the XFL? He's still doing that, right? Or did that already hit the fan and just turn to shit? I don't look up the XFL because I really don't care. But at the same time, though, it's just like, it's sad that, you know, they still rely on all these old heads. I'm like, at the end of the day, Taker's going to have to put his boots up. Goldberg's going to do the same thing. Brock Lesnar, same thing. I'm at a point now to where it's like, I'm tired of seeing these same superstars get the title, okay? Brock Lesnar, and this is just me, and I know I'm probably wrong, but please inform me that I'm wrong. Brock Lesnar in these past couple years has not ever, I take that back. Brock Lesnar in the span of 5 years has always held a title. He was either holding a Universal title or the WWE title. I could probably go back a little bit further than that. Did I say 5 years? That's 2020. It's 2015. Okay, we'll go 6 or 7. Out of the 5 years, Brock Lesnar he's always been champ. Every WrestleMania he was at, he's held the title. This WrestleMania, he'll be WWE champion. Last WrestleMania, he was Universal champion. The WrestleMania before that, Universal champion. And I think the WrestleMania before that, he was WWE champion. If my memory serves me correctly. Brock has always held the main title for these past 5 years. Goldberg is going into WrestleMania as Universal champion for no fucking reason. I'd rather see Roman Reigns beat the Fiend, because really it's more like, you know, a hero slaying the beast, Batman beating the Joker, and so on and so forth. Honestly, this is not where it's at, and WWE wonders why that AEW is losing to, you know, not AEW, why NXT is losing to AEW. They wonder why people are turning to AEW. They wonder why all this stuff. Now, people talk about the booking and all, so some of the booking has been straight, but this here ain't it. This ain't it, Jack. It's just not. And it's sad to sit there and say that, you know, it's just, and I can't even fathom what's going to happen after WrestleMania, because that's where things are really a big question mark, because they didn't even know what they were going to do for this year's WrestleMania. After WrestleMania, it's a bunch of question marks. All I know is I've been hearing that Seth Rollins is going to be feuding with Drew McIntyre. But I also got to remember, Seth said it best, and I think he said this. I don't think this was written for him to say, but I think he said it, and I think he really meant what he said when he said this, though. He was saying that all the fans are loving Drew McIntyre right now. And he said, it's okay. Give it a couple months. They'll turn on you. Everybody else took that as, oh, he's just saying that because it's in the script. Me low-key felt like he really meant what he said when he said that. Trust me, I think a lot of people are starting to hate the Fiend now. And now people were all Bill Goldberg fans are all like, why is Bill Goldberg champion? At the end of the day, I feel like this shouldn't have happened. The Fiend should have beat him. It would have made him look even stronger. He would have made him look more of a badass. But instead they said like, nah, fuck the Fiend. We're in Saudi Arabia. These Saudi Arabians don't know much about what goes on in the States. So, hey, they know Goldberg. They love Goldberg. Let's put the title on Goldberg. And if that's the reason why they did that, then I honestly don't believe that they should be going back over there anymore. I believe that they should not. They should stop all the Saudi Arabia mess and just stop going over there. But they done signed themselves into a corner, and now they got to keep doing it. They said the next show was in November and October. So by that time, the Fiend could probably pick the title back up. If not, oh well. I hope that the Fiend can bounce back from this. Hopefully he beats Cena at WrestleMania, and I hope he really comes out of this more of a star than Bill Goldberg is. The Fiend deserves better than this, guys. I'm sorry. He really does deserve better than this.